welcome back to 321 Adam. I'm your host Adam, and in today's episode we're going to be talking about dollar coins, but more specifically the presidential dollar coins. Now this program was started back in 2007 by President George W. Bush. He got this approved through the U.S. Mint and through government, all those ways you have to get coins approved by. To me, this coin program was about teaching Americans about the presidents. Who doesn't want to learn about the presidents? That's a great way to get young kids involved in coinage. But more importantly, the presidential dollar program was more than that. See, 2007, this is when the first coin came out. This is when we started with the first president, George Washington. But around that time, we're heading right into that recession period that we saw with George W. Bush being under president. So George W. Bush, much like other presidents and other prime ministers, was looking at ways to cut the budget, ways to save money. And the one thing he saw was, let's look at our borders to the north, Canada. They don't have dollar bills. They have dollar coins, or for Canadians, they're called loonies. Now they're like, wow, so why do they have dollar coins rather than dollar bills? Now, not like here in America where we have both dollar bills and dollar coins. At the time, the 2006, we were talking about this. He's talking about they strictly don't have dollar bills. It's just loony dollar coins. So the reason why Canada has just these loony dollar coins, because coins last longer in circulation than dollar bills. And it's just common sense. When you get coins in paper money currency back, what's the oldest dollar bill you usually get? And I mean like common. We're talking, here we are, it's 2022, 2009 is probably the oldest dollar bill you get, common. You might see the 2003 pop up. You might see the 1995s pop up. Maybe. Not, and if you do, they look like they've went through, the Afghanistan war. So, I mean, it's really kind of gross to think about. But, so, back to Bush. Bush was thinking, if we make dollar coins, phase out the dollar bills, we will actually save government money. And don't want to dive into politics here, but a lot of people said, why? That's stupid. Why? I don't want to carry dollar coins around. They're heavier than dollar bills. That's why we have dollar bills. That's why paper money's paper money. What's wrong with you? Bush here is just trying to save money. And he thinks by putting the presidents on it, you can push them that way, and then you get people going, yo, look, I just got James Monroe. Look, I just got James Buchanan. Oh, whoa, James K. Polk. 3 different James presidents. And that was the way that Bush was trying to save some money, cut the budget, but also, kind of follow our northern neighbor here about what they've done to save money. Now, we fast forward, Bush comes out of office, obviously, and in 2009 we see Barack Obama take president, and a lot of people, including Barack Obama, said, yo, this isn't working. We look back into history, and we saw in 2000 they started with the Sacagawea dollar coins. Now, before they had these Sacagawea dollar coins in 2000, which was a big, big rollout, we didn't see dollar coins since 1999. The year before that, actually, we had Susan B. Anthony's low minted, and that was kind of the try-out period to see if people were going to be interested in these, making a Sacagawea dollar coin. But before that, it was 1981. We're talking, 18 years, since we had issued dollar coins. And even 1981, very little 1981 dollar coins. Really, 1980 was the last full year that they issued dollar coins. Those has Susan B. Anthony on them. Not really interested. So what happened after 2001, the dollar coins didn't do so well. So they actually stopped making these dollar coins for circulation. So that was kind of strike two when you think about it. It didn't work out in the 80s. Now it didn't work again now in the 2000s. And the Sacagawea dollar coins still minted 2002 all the way up until 2007 when he made these presidential dollar coins. No, they were not issued for circulation. You only can get these if you buy them directly from the mint. So that's a fun little fact there. When he made these presidential dollar coins, he also still made the Sacagawea dollar coins. So in 2007, we had Sacagawea dollar coins and we had presidential dollar coins. But the difference was the Sacagawea dollar coins were not issued for circulation, while the presidents were mass produced to really roll them out, really push them. Okay, in 2000 they did the same thing. They actually put Sacagawea dollar coins in Cheerio cereal boxes, really to push them. Now these dollar coins for future collectors, they actually made them with more detailed tail feathers on the back of the eagle, and now they're worth thousands of dollars, these dollar coins, and these kids didn't even know it. Back to the president dollar coins, what we're talking about here is they were mass produced up until 2011. Now we're talking 2011, where Barack Obama's the president now for a couple of years, and he goes, okay, these dollar coins are not being used. They are sitting in the Federal Reserve banks. They're not being used. These dollar coins are only being used in vending machines at schools, things like that, because now these vending machines can use these dollar coins instead of shooting out four different quarters, and it actually saved them. It actually saved the quarters for circulation and use these dollar coins for these kind of odd purchases and transactions. So in 2012, Barack Obama said, okay, enough is enough. No more presidential dollar coins for circulation. We're wasting too much money. Bush didn't work, And again, I'm not going to get into politics, but Obama stopped them. In 2012. Now, you're going to ask 2012, what is key about 2012? Now, a couple things happened here in coinage. 2009, Obama took office, was the lowest mintage coins in like 25 years. You had a hard time finding nickels. Nickels and dimes were very low minted. Now, very low minted compared to our standards today is still around 40 million. Now they make over 150, 200 million of nickel and dimes a year. But he cut nickel and dime production in 2009. 2012 or 2011, he said that's the last year of presidential dollar coins. Which was interesting because the Sacagawea dollar coins were actually reissued for circulation when they actually rebranded to call them Native American dollar coins. They still had Sacagawea on the front of the coin, but every year starting in 2009, they had different backs. Of course, this was put into effect before Mr. Barack Obama took president, so Obama kind of carried that logic through. But in 2012, no more Native American dollars, no more presidential dollars for circulation. They were wiped out for minted for circulation. So now we're going back to what they call NIFC, not intended for circulation, just made for collecting purposes. 2012 was the year that Canada, again, our northern neighbors, who abolished the penny. They said 2012 was the last year that we're going to make 1 cent penny coins. Which is very interesting. So now they're saying, okay, when you do your cash purchases, it's around to the nearest 5 cents. But if you pay credit, it's to the exact penny because it's credit and bank account. To me, I would never pay cash, and I'd be that guy at the store going, okay, it's 51 cents, going to round down to 50, so I'll pay cash. But if it's 53 cents, it's going to round to 55, and I'll pay credit. That's the type of person I am. So back to the whole thing. 2012, they abolished the penny in Canada. What happened in 2013? Barack Obama started a campaign saying, we need to get rid of the penny. We need to save money. We need to get rid of the penny. So he didn't like the idea of dollar coins saving money, but he likes the idea of eliminating the penny. Now, of course, we know the penny was not abolished. We still have the penny today. And after the penny situation kind of died down, they said, we're not going to do that. Once Congress and legislature said, yeah, we can't do that. We don't want to be rounding. It's gonna mess up our economy. Then that's when these presidential dollar coins started to just kind of fade off into the sunset. Of course, in 2015 was the last year that they made these dollar coins, because to make the president on the coin, they have to be deceased for a couple of years to be issued as money. Which you're going to be asking me, Adam. In the last video, you talked about John F. Kennedy being on the $half dollar. They actually passed that, emergency passed that to get him on the $half dollar because he was such a beloved president after he was assassinated. They said it was to try to help burden the loss of one of our greatest presidents. So the presidential dollar coins, last ones were issued in 2015. They actually issued George H.W. Bush at the end of 2020 because he actually passed away, of course, in I think it was 2018 he passed away. So it was 2 years after. They issued his presidential dollar coin. So these dollar coins, you see them 2007 to 2011, dime a dozen. You know, you get them anywhere you go. Vending machines, car washes, banks. They don't want them. But if you find one 2012 to 2015, 2020, yeah, they're a little more rare to find. Now, I'm not saying that these coins are worth, $10 a coin, $20 a coin. They're worth maybe double, maybe $2 a coin, especially if you find them in circulated, dirty, scratch condition. Maybe $1.50, $2. You find them in immaculate shape. Again, immaculate. When I say immaculate, everybody, I'm talking like perfect. MS 67, 68, 69. Perfect. Not AU 50. Just want to clarify. And that's the big difference. AU 50 is like what you would get in regular change, and MS 67 is coins that you will never, probably ever see in circulation, because once they hit circulation, they immediately are not MS 67. They get environmental damage, scratches, dings, bag marks, you drop them on the floor, fingerprints, you name it, and they're already not MS 67. So presidential dollar coins, they are one of these coins that has been up and down since the release in 2007, and a lot of mixed reviews. That's today's episode 321. If you like the video, like it, subscribe for future content, comment anything you want to add, and I'll see you next time on 321 Adam.